Hello and welcome to this little masterclass around uh, Whispers of the Runes and a bit of an inspiring thing to do with how you can work with the runes. So let's see if I can make the technical things work also. Hello. It would be nice to be able to change the yeah. Hello. Now it
Hello.
works. Thank you. And just a little housekeeping. So we are going to just see who am I and why I'm doing this and what is it that what are runes and the runes that's significant for this year. And we're going to do a small reflective exercise. And then I'm going to introduce the Runic journey that I'm going to start next week. And after that, it will be open for questions, or if there's any questions coming up, just ask them. So I am a Swedish entrepreneur and elite mentorship trainer, animal trainer, and inspirator. And I worked with the runes for a fairly long time, and they are very close to my heart. So that's why I'm doing this now. But also, it is for me, it is so important to be the bridge between modern science and old wisdom. And that is actually what the runes are for me. They are really old, and we've used them in so many ways. And they can also be a guidance here in this modern day and age. So, and I'm also guided by the Spider Woman. So I am a messenger for her, and that also affects how I am looking at the runes and how I'm weaving my web of life through spider strings and so on. So, and what is it that runes are? The word rune actually means secret or whisper. According to the legend of Odin, he required the runes for himself and passed the wisdom down to the other gods. And the legend says that he was hanging from a tree for 9 days, and he made offer of his one of his eyes to receive those runes. So it is both a really mystical thing, but they can also be just something that you use to write with, or you use to measure the time with a calendar. And so the runic calendar here in the Nordic countries, it was actually this stick was actually were used up until the 1400s. So it's fairly modern time, or at least medieval time. And also there are whispers, there are doors, and they are mirrors for our life. And for me, it's really important to look at them from a personal view, not having an extensive "what is this," but having the big picture of what the rune says, but then look at it. How do you interpret it in your life? And that's actually where the hidden wisdom lies. By taking the energy of the rune and go through it through your energy system. It's not more complicated than that. And that's really important. We make things so complicated, but it isn't. And if you compare the runes with other demonic things, they are more open. So that you can, it is a suggestion, and it's got a quite wide suggestion, but we always have the free will. So that's more, and even if you get them reversed, then they have the opposite meaning. But also you can always get the that they have the opposite meaning doesn't mean that it is wrong or just heavy. You can see where you need to sort of put your energy and be more aware to make it a positive change. And when we work with the runes as a writing language, we do it as we call it the futar because it starts with feu. But when we work at it as in a Davinic sort of way, we start at ur or utsas. So then it gets the ulfak path. And so we start with the primordial energy. And in this work, that is just what we do. And then we end with fire. So we do not begin with wealth. We begin with the primordial power. So we go from whisper to action, from hidden wisdom to lived life, and also from the web unseen. If you look at the when you look at the spider web from a distance, you do not see it, to the web we are weaving. We are actually taking the conscious steps to put out the strings and weave our web together. And as I said, every rune has its light and its shadow. So when it is reversed, as here, you get the different meaning. So here we have answers, and it is the connection to the gods, and also how we speak and deliver messages with also the mind. So when it is reversed, you can look at it as you need to be mindful of what you say, so that you're not getting the not desired effects. And also be a bit more aware that how you are connected to things. So it's not, is it good or bad? It's neither. It just is. But it's more, the question is, how is this energy moving through me right now? Is it doing it consciously or unconsciously? And when the first thing is, if we can do it consciously, we are sort of reclaiming the power of our life. And this year's rune is Isa, and the keywords are patience, structure, stagnation, centering, or crystallization. And it's also a rune that whatever, you can't get it reversed, but you have to choose. Are you going to make it stagnation so that you get stuck? Or are you going to get clarity, patience, and finding the crystalline structure out of it? But it's also stillness. And the beautiful in not sort of rushing all the time, just letting things taking its time. It's the frozen water. It's the pause between action, the structure that we might sometimes need. And the moments when movement stops, so something can really become clear. Because when we are rushing through life, it's difficult to see the clarity of what's happening. But it's also very connected with the present, the place where the thread of life is actually woven. And it's happening all the time. So the whisper is, be here, see clarity, do not mistake stillness for failure. And that's an important thing too, because sometimes we feel that when we feel stuck and getting frustrated with it, but when we just breathe with it, we can make the clarity of it instead. So it's so important to get the patience and not be frustrated of the stillness. And the medicine in stillness is also what I've just been talking about. It can feel like stagnation, but it can also be the medicine. And in stillness, scattered energies can crystallize. So we can see really clear what's happening and letting us heal that way. In patience, truth becomes visible. And Isa asks you to stop running ahead. Everything you need is where you are right now, in being. Not tomorrow, not yesterday. So it's also, so it's really the present is creating the future. So one thing to reflect on is what wants to become clear before I move. How can I honor the present instead of escaping it? So really sit with that for us a small time to see what wants to become clear before I move. How can I honor the present instead of escaping it? Is there anything coming up?
I need to be the first choice. I need to be more here and not weeks ahead or months ahead. I need to get my brain to not throw ping pong balls all over. I need to collect those balls and be in this moment. And I need to ground myself a lot more than I do.
Yeah. But also being nice to yourself while
Yeah.
and not punish yourself for thinking ahead or
Mhm.
I like to say that all the rabbits,
Mhm.
the brain, is just
Mhm.
running around.
Yeah.
So I'd like to work with creating some fences so
Mhm.
you can have them sort of in the same room or
Yeah.
in the same field.
Mhm. Yeah. At the moment, they are all over,
Yeah, but
everywhere and nowhere.
yes, but for me it's easier when I think of them as rabbits running around
Yeah.
and how to uh, very gently
Get them
put
back.
a little bit of a fence around them
Yeah.
than being frustrated over all of the thoughts that's running around as ping pong balls.
Yeah.
So it's everything is a bit about being a bit more gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
And then the underlying rune for this year is Ur or Otus. And it is all about the primordial power, new beginnings, birth, the web of earth, and creation and the creative force. And really the basic building blocks
Yeah.
of it. It's really, really powerful. And it is the beginning before the beginning. The place was something exists as a possibility, but has just yet not taken form. It is a seed in the dark soil, the first breath, and the unseen movement before the step. So it is really the beginning of the beginning.
Yeah.
And for me, that is a room that's giving me really so much power because everything is possible. So, and also for me, it is so aligned with how I work, and for me, that we do not have to start big. We have to start true. The smallest things. Is what's and as I said, it's a seed beneath it all. It is also the rune that reminds you of not to fear the new simply because you do not know its shape. And a fresh start does not have to arrive with the thunder. It's actually true. It doesn't. It may
True.
begin as a tiny decision made with truth. And it's sort of the small baby steps
Yeah.
that we take just by having the intention. So what you feed now will grow. The seeds you sow today become tomorrow's harvest. So the reflection is, where in my life am I being offered a reset?
This is a reset for me.
Yeah.
It's a really good reset for me to start fresh again.
Yeah. And what small step would be fed, would feed the future I actually want?
To do this, among a lot of things, but this is something I need. I feel for every passing minute, I feel it. I miss this. This has been such a big part of my life before, and I need it. I need it back in my life.
Yeah. Okay.
So this journey with you,
Coming back together.
yeah.
And then if you look at the energy of this year, when we weave Isa and Ursus together, it holds a quiet paradox. Isa asks you to be still, let the energy crystallize before you move. And Ursus asks you to trust the seed beneath the stillness. The primordial force that's already gathering beneath the frozen surface. So the stillness, and then we have the power that's coming under there by letting the clarity come. So the invitation is to hold still enough to see clarity and true enough to plant something new. Not one or the other, both at once.
Yep.
And then we have a bit of reflective questions. So if you have pen and paper, or if you
Yep.
want to write in the chat, it's also okay. So begin with taking a few deep breaths. And also, there's no wrong answers, only what's true for you right now at this moment. So just take a deep breath in and tune it out. Feel how the breath goes from your lungs down through the whole of your body. Breathe in clarity breathe out what's holding you back. In freshness, and out what's making you feel stuck. Breathe in the energy and out with the dusty attic. For now. What wants to become clear before I move? How can I honor the present instead of escaping it? Where in my life am I offered or being offered a reset? What small step would feed the future I actually want? And how are these answers weaving together? What's the message in them together? Did you get different answers now than when we did the shorter one? Or
both yes and no.
Yeah.
It's connect with myself within, find the inner core again. And by honoring, it's like being in it and know it to process. And where in my life am I offered? As I said, this is discourse to find my way back to my power with and reconnect with my knowledge and my wisdom with your help.
But it is beautiful.
Yeah. Trust in the process.
Yeah. So with this, we have a little invitation.
Yep.
For those of you who want to dive deeper into this work. It is we're starting a Runic year journey on the new moon.
Yep.
Next Tuesday. And then we are going to have one meeting around every new and full moon, and working with one of the runes for that's ruled by the new moon or the full moon. And we're also going to do a bit of a in addition to that, it will be a runic divination course, but that's not so much based around the new and full moon. And then we'll also have a meeting around the equinoxes. So how this year will walk around. And that's why we're starting now with verses, because it is the primordial power. So, and if you want to explore doing this journey with me, you are welcome to contact me, and we'll set something up. How we do it.
Awesome.
And you already decided to go, so
yeah.
And another part of this is, as you see in the spider web that I have in my logo, it is a 12-string one. And so it is also based on the spider oracle. And the strings, they are loosely connected to the 9 Norse words and the 4 elements. So that's how we're going to work with it. So it's both the rune, the energy of the string, and also the energy of the Norse word or the element. So it's all interconnected. And that's the way I'm guided by Spider-Woman to do it. So it's this way of doing it is a bit different from, for instance, the Celtic how they work with the runes. We're doing it from the Nordic way, but also guided through the way of the Spider Woman.
Mm.
So that's the flavor sort of that I've got. So here, Muspelheim, for instance, is connected to heart-to-heart communication.
Mhm.
Asgard is connected to intentional creation. Vanaheim is connected to the balance between earth and spirit. And Alfheim is connected to joy as navigation. And Midgard is connected to energetic sovereignty. Nidavellir is connected to animal allies and spirit guides.
Mm.
And Jotunheim is embracing all parts of you. Helheim is strong wisdom. And Niflheim is listening to the heart whispers. So we are going to not only dive into the runes that's connected to that string and the moon phase, but also to the Norse world and the string.
Yeah.
So that's something that's a little bit different the way I do it, or I've been guided to do it. So I'm just, as we've been taught, sort of be quiet and obey.
Yep.
And so, and the elements, the earth is sort of grounding into Mother Earth and her medicine. Air, breathing, the breath we take, and the power of the mind. Fire, the life force within us. Passion, vitality, and power. And water, the flow of life, cleansing, emotion, and renewal. So we have all these things also connected to the runes. And for me, it is so natural. But it's also a exciting journey to do together with other people.
Yep.
Because we are going to work a lot with sharing our interpretation of both the strings and the worlds and the rune, and creating especially a personal connection to that rune. And the rhythm of the journey is the new moon that we have. And for every string, there is both the new moon and the full moon, where we are setting the intention, planting the seeds, and for what's going to come. And then we have the full moon, where everything is getting the light on it, illuminated, and to be able to release, seeing what's clearly what has come to fruition. And then we have the equinoxes, which is the balancing points in the year, the light and dark held in equal measure. So that is the rhythm that we are going to go through with the journey, because that's the rhythm that the world is going. So, and if we look at the tidal water, it is definitely, even if we don't see it a lot here in Sweden, it is definitely closely connected to the journey of the moon. So for me, that is sort of at least a scientific way of proving that we are affected of how the moon is moving. And so I also have woven together with this the Runic divination course. And it is the rune as a living oracle, a tool for reflection, guidance, and to deepening the relationship with the symbols. And there we again have the 12 strings, the worlds, and the elements. So it is also something that I've been guided to do. So that's how I do it. And it is one doorway, and to sort of the deeper work begins when you learn to hear both. So to really listen to what the guidance, but it is every tool that we are working with, it is just to help us be clearer with our own intention or intuition and what we already have within us. So we can create magic with them, but it's so much, and we can create healing with them. But they are just a tool that's a prolonging of ourselves. As one of my spiritual teachers love to say, is that we need to be able to do our spiritual work sort of naked in the desert. But they are a very, very powerful help to structure our energy. And so the more we can work and dig deeper into them, the more we learn about ourselves. So it's, for me, it is one of the tools that I love the most. And we are starting, as we said, next Tuesday on July 14th, 19 or 9 p.m. So, and it is the new moon. And we will be able to dive really deeper. And we make it as, the more we work with it, the more we get out of it. But it is not a really extensive work if you don't want to do it more than. So it is, you can work with it in really different levels and still be able to get a lot out of the journey. But of course, the more we let the energy go into it, the more we get out of it. And as my thing is heart-heart communication, so the path goes through your heart. And sort of we have the heart sends so much more information to the brain than the other way around. So for me, it's only logical that we really take the time and energy to listen to our heart's whispers and then let our beautiful brain be guided by that. So thank you for tonight. I'm going to stop the recording. Hello. It's more difficult than